Okay, we saw all those different lengths, but what is the case if we wanna constrain some object to the surface of the other object? Something like a point constraint, cluster constraint, or etc. Of course, Houdini give us this functionality. We have a follow path, point constraint, and surface constraint. Let's demonstrate what can they do. Actually, I will build a grid which will represent the surface, give a little bit more divisions, and make it some deforms. I will use mountain soap. It's easier. Let's go here, and I'll put a little bit smooth, just to be more not so rough. The surface to be a little bit smoothed. Okay, and of course we will create the desired object, which will be constrained on top of the surface. Let's clear all transforms. Okay, how we can proceed? We select the desired object, which will be constrained, and select the type of constraint. Pick location on the surface, and simple as that, and everything is okay. We can let's animate the surface to see is it okay. Actually, we can say $t, which will give us a time. This will set everything, and everything look like it's perfect. It's work quite well. And how can we see that some object is constrained? This little green icon is appear here, which is telling us that there is the chops inside this object. We're going there, and the chops is the same with the same icon, surface constraint, which contains the number of primitive, the path to the object, and the UV coordinate. If you know more about the geometry, we know that each primitive have a UV coordinate, and each of those primitives actually have a number. And if we go here, we can see that number is the primitive which we picked is exact this one, and this is the coordinate inside that primitive. If we want, we can actually change the, let's go here to be more obvious. We can change the primitive actually, and constrain go our result goes to the next one. It's very funny. Okay, this is the surface, the point constraint. Have the same logic. Select the object, pick the point, and everything is okay. But let's go try it, because the point constraint, let's move this. Yes, delete this, and we have a clean object. And let's say point constraint of the select the geometry. We select the geometry, hit the enter, and pick the point, and again enter. And what we can see, the null is follow the Y position, but in the chops he actually doesn't look the normal. If we want that functionality, we can of course trigger it, but direction attribute from point, but if I can't remember, the our grid doesn't have normals actually, and we can go and give them this, but now is on the point, on the vertices. We can say that they have to be a point and everything's fixed. Now these jobs can extract the normal and everything is cool again. We're in the game again. Everything is fine. If you see it, the point is more jiggling because it's the influence from the other pointer is big. When we constrain to the polygon, actually the vector is divided between those three vertices of the points of the corner of the polygon, and that's why the movement of that one is a little bit more smoother, and here is more aggressive but more accurate in some cases. This is very cool, I think, and very useful when you have to attach and constrain buttons of the clouds, because they do not have to be stretched, and I believe that you can find the way and purpose to use it. Okay.